Located 10 minutes from the Suzac Junction, the community of Swan is home to approximately 1,000 residents. Many years ago, this 40-acre plot of land was allocated to villagers who relocated from regions 1 and 5.
Welcome to Swan.
From squatting to becoming homeowners, the residents of Swan reflect on the remarkable changes in their lives brought about by the growth of their community. Coconut vendor Elvis Glatto shares his journey to Swan.
When it was coming to Swan, it didn't have nothing in Swan. Swan was all over in bush. When we lay down sometimes, or when we camp, we used to see deers and animals around, right? We never had like a well or no home or nothing. We live in plastic house and so on, right? And we were to use a stream that's coming from Laloni. Now we dig a pond to use the water to drink because the water running, right? And wash and bathe and whatever. Nothing like these what you see here today was not wrong. Nothing.
The story of Swan spans more than a decade, encountering numerous trials and triumphs that paved the way for the accomplishments enjoyed today.
The government had told the council body that the area where we live on the 1 mile turn wasn't suitable for us. We were squatting. So the first move that they do, they try to replace us on an area where we could make life easier and where we could get ownership for the land. And the place that they could have been identified at the time was at, I guess it was at Moblesa. But a few of the residents say that it is too far and transportation wise, and they try to look the closer area. Fortunately, they had find this area, 40-acre block of land in this community presently now. And it moved on from there, the Roman Catholic ministry. And they do a small well for us. And that well could have been supply the village like on a daily basis. Maybe 2 or 3 families could have benefit on one standpipe. And after a period of time, the population started to grow larger and larger. By then, we couldn't supply anymore. We used to benefit water like every 2 days. We had to put system in place with a small well. So that we give this section this day, the next 2 days we give a next section, and so we could have benefit the water. And we suffer from then to 2015. We had a little bit, that development happened within 2014. And then we receive a village bus to transport the children from this village to Kurukuru. And after 2015, we were blocked. We were blocked out there. We didn't receive anything. After the election in 2020, we find that the first achievement that we achieved from the government, it was this building that we are at presently now. We had received an amount of money from the government through the Ministry of Marine Affairs, $10 million towards the COVID relief. And so that money, the village council had decided to buy a village canter, and we decided to build a new community center building. And that is here where we are this morning.
The community of Swan has seen significant development, such as newly constructed reinforced concrete roads, a well which gives first-time access to potable water, a tractor to help with agricultural development and to provide employment for the youth, a brand new primary school, an ICT hub, a soon-to-be commissioned health center and nursery school. The infrastructure of Swan, particularly its roadways, has significantly enhanced the quality of life for its residents.
In the time when the sun striking, the sun was very loose. And vehicle like car and so, they just stick up all over the road. Just struggling to come in and go out and everything. It's very good now because in the time past we really struggled to come in this place with with a car like this. These cars will be sticking up all over the road, and we used to struggle a lot. But since we have this concrete road now, everything is okay. Any vehicle could come in and go out without any problem.
For a long time, the children of Swan have had to walk from their village to Kurukuru to get to school, about an hour's journey. You can imagine how difficult that is when it rains.
No, this village did not always have a primary school. The children would have had to travel from the village here to go to Kurukuru Primary, which would have been, in my opinion, and the parents' opinion, very costly. So having a school here is very cost effective for them. It would have a great impact on all of them because you find that, look, for instance, today is a rainy day. If they would have had to travel to Kurukuru, the rain certainly would have been an obstacle because they wouldn't have been able to go. But because it's right here, you find some of them running through the rain with a plastic bag on their head, or the grandparents running out with them, hustling. Some parent even fetched the child and brought them across the school. But obviously, if they had to travel to Kurukuru, that would have been impossible. In general, it would definitely help not just for the children, but also for the parents, because persons are able to come out here. If you notice, we have pathway workers here too. So you find parents are more receptive. They are able to come out, have more interaction with the school, with the teachers. We find at least I used to teach at Kurukuru Primary, so I would have moved from there and come across. Many of these parents, I never saw them before. But coming into the village here, it's easy access for them to come across to us and say, well, Miss, so is a problem, or Miss, can you help me to help this child in whatever area? So we're more in a position where it's more hands-on, like for the parents.
We also have the newly built extension, which would have given us, a much needed relief from the cramped classrooms that we previously had. Our population has been growing, so it became an absolute necessity. Our population is 148 right now.
The school also offers accommodations for teachers, providing essential respite for those residing at a considerable distance.
It helps me with the cost effective when it comes to traveling from Georgetown to Swan on a daily basis. So I'm here for the entire week, and then I just go and spend the weekend home and return again.
What I love most about Swan, it's like a quiet place, even though it's not that recognized, and is a fast developing community. And for the past 4 to 5 years, there have been more improvement than before. And I'm thankful for the leadership. Before time, like for instance, we didn't have the school. The children had to walk like over an hour to reach the Kurukuru school, and it used to be fatiguing, especially for the nursery and the young ones.
For a long time, residents depended on the rain as their only source of drinking water. Now, their water woes are over as treated water flows in the village.
We write the Minister of Housing asking for a deep well, and so that had comfort also. And presently now the deep well finished, we have it here. Every resident in this community benefiting water like on a daily basis.
I benefit from when them share solar panel the very first time. I've received a panel with a battery, the whole setup. Then I benefit in water now, because first we used to suffer with the water. We used to got to go to the creek for wash. We used to wait upon the rain for get the drinking water, get barrel and so for full and so. But now we getting water from the pipe, so we could wash in the yard, and things working out.
To narrow the digital divide, an ICT hub was established in the community, accompanied by the Wi-Fi GY network.
It's been like 2 to 3 years since the ICT hub has built. It has been very beneficiary to our community, not only to we as CSO, but also to youths within the community, at different age range.
It benefits you because you get enough access to the internet and you could scroll through the internet and do research and certain things just in case if you need it. Like if you get like for like teenager, like if you get homework to do, you can come to the ICT hub, you can use the internet, forget whatever you gotta get and download. And it's a good help to you because you get print and everything, whatever you need, you can just print it out right there. So it's a good help to the youths in the school and to adults.
Well, it's really good because, you know, could see everything that's going on around the world.
Mostly school children, because sometimes they get the assignment work to do and you know we can't help them with it. We come and we get it out and help them out.
No, that it doesn't have age limit. I could have, come here often and do my research.
Been living here now 48 years. Came from England when I was 7. When I came here first, 1977, it was just a little track. 4x4s only could go in, could use the roads. The bridges were bits of wood across, like that one in front, and the other bridges at the back. We came here when it was a few farmers, because at that time, transportation on the highway was very hard. You just get the Tata bus once every 2 hours or so. So my father, he was fortunate, he bought a lorry. So we had our own transport, so that's how we were able to survive so long. Everyone else moved. And since this village was opened, for the first few years it was very, in other words, the councils that were here before, Fenton, Ragnarok, they did nothing much. But since he's taken over, we've got roads, school, a health centre, a nursery school being built, a proper community centre with computers for the children. That's lovely.
I love about Swan because the first time I reached here, we were suffering for water, we were suffering for lights, we were suffering for school, the road, and now everything is we didn't punish it for water anymore. Children suffer to school because of due transportation, but then recently the school finished now, and thank God, thank the President, and the ministers, and everyone.
I'm very grateful for the school system because since Swan is a new developing community, there is not much children who wrote CXC from here, but now there are some coming up, and they could get a job right in here as teachers, trained teachers, and other like at the health center, we could get our own nurses and doctors from right among us.
This community, like numerous others, has experienced positive outcomes and stands to gain further advantages through ongoing government interventions.